the Vice Chancellor, the deans of other faculties here present, Head Department of Zoology, heads of other departments in the Faculty of Science, colleagues, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Our lecturer of today, Dr. Aina Adeogun, was born in the year 1969. She attended Ebenezer African Church Primary School, Odrona, Ibadan, from 1975 to 1981. 1981, she was admitted to Lantoro High School, Abeokuta, for her secondary school education. She finished in 1986. Thereafter, she was admitted into this great university in 1987 for BSc Zoology. In this same university, she got a Master of Science degree in Zoology and Doctor of Dr. Adeogun received a Doctor of Philosophy degree, like I've mentioned before, in this university in the year 2004. And since then, she has initiated a number of ongoing active collaboration with universities outside the country and within the country. Some of the countries where she currently have collaboration include Norway, United States of America, Italy, and South Africa. Dr. Adeogun has pioneered research into the development and validation of molecular knowledge societies, including Society of Toxicology, Society of Environmental Toxicology and Chemistry, the Physiological Society, the Biochemical Society, and many others. She has over 70 publications in highly rated peer-reviewed journals. And she is a reviewer to many journals, including Environmental Pollution and Science of the Total Environment. I now invite Dr. Aina Adeogun to present a lecture titled From Source to Environmental Consequences, Aquatic Pollution Through the Eye of the Fish. Dr. Adeogun.
Vice Chancellor, Dean of Science, Deans of other faculties, Head Department of Zoology, Heads of other departments, colleagues, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank the Vice Chancellor, the Dean and the Faculty Lecture Committee for extending to me the invitation to present the 35th Faculty of Science Lecture Series and the third consecutive faculty lecture to be presented by a female faculty member. I do commend the Dean for this initiative towards gender balance in the academic and research activities of the faculty. This lecture is also the first in the year 2019, which happens to coincide with a landmark celebration for me. I will start with this lecture with a philosophical saying from which biology is derived, which goes thus: give to the earth what you want her to give back to you. An apt rephrase based on a knowledge of toxicological events is, what we have given to the environment is giving back to us. To garner a better understanding of this saying, let us cast our mind back to a typical African village setting, and by comparison, an ideal American town in Richard Carson's book, The Silent Spring. These two scenarios are exemplary of conservation at its peak, whereas for the former, there is a mother house surrounded by trees that give oxygen, an unpolluted stream whose water is harvested and stored with clay pots, which ensures necessary mineralization and coolness for food, a vegetable and crop garden, all allotted space within a green mother that defeats a unique vision of balance between taking and giving. Waste are minimal, organic, and even the microorganisms that coexist with humans in these settings understand how to break down waste through biological decomposition. These are then converted to the required nutrient that kickstart the Earth's renewable energy of the food chain and web respectively. This same scenario is depicted in Silent Spring, with a picturesque town in the heart of America, where life seems to be in harmony with its surroundings, with prosperous farms and fields of grain. This attracted floods of migrants who came to fish in the clear-flowing springs that contain shady pools filled with fish. A wide variety of birds, booming flowers made it easy for settlers to raise houses and sink wells, until a strange blight crept over the land. Mysterious maladies swept the flocks of chicken, cattle, and sheep, such that anglers stopped visiting the streams because birds and fish had died and the voices of the spring had become silent. For these two environments, the natural language of oscillation ensures that useful nutrients are continuously fed into the producer layer that provides energy for other levels of the ecological food chain. A succinct summary of this event can be depicted as the basic responsibility of an industrialized technological society towards the natural world. Industrialization, rapid urbanization and population growth, the associated explosion in attendant gadgets to ensure a better living standard for humanity has generated large amounts of waste of synthetic origin that cannot be broken down through biological processes. These wastes are often categorized as persistent and bioaccumulative contaminants. These contaminants mimic natural chemicals and hormones, ensuring that they are incorporated into food webs in biological compartments. They also have a very high binding affinity to receptors than their natural endogenous counterparts. they result in undesirable consequences in animals and plants. Environmental pollution can be described as the contamination of the physical and biological components of the natural ecosystem to such an extent that normal environmental processes are adversely affected. Pollutants can either occur naturally or they are introduced through anthropogenic activities. It then follows that any use of natural resources at a rate higher than nature's capacity to restore itself can result in air, land, and water pollution. Environmental pollution is a global problem that is common to both developed and developing countries such as Nigeria and has attracted societal attention because of the severe long-term consequences on environmental and human health. The decline in environmental pollution is evidenced by loss of vegetation, biological diversity, excessive amounts of harmful chemicals in the air, land, and water environment, with attendant risk to environmental accidents and threats to life support systems. A general consensus for describing pollution by researchers can be summarized as the outcome of urban, industrial, and technological revolution, speedy exploitation of natural resources, and ever-increasing industrial waste, urban influence, and consumer goods. Since 1991 gave a rather simplified definition of pollution as disequilibrium condition from equilibrium condition in any system. A pollutant can therefore be any chemical, geochemical substance, biological organism or product, or physical substance that is released intentionally or inadvertently by human activities. Such undesirable effects may be direct, affecting humans, or indirect, mediated by resource organisms or climate change. Environmental contaminants are assigned to broad categories. These are legacy pollutants, such as heavy metals, that have been present in the environment for decades with effective analytical procedures since the 1970s, and those that became more accessible to analysis recently, like PCBs and PAHs. Imagine contaminants that have only been recently detected and appreciated as possible threats to environmental and human health, and they are included in the Stockholm Convention on Persistent Organic Pollutants, such as pharmaceuticals and personal care products like shampoos, lipsticks, and deodorants. These are all regarded as high production volume chemicals with an annual production of approximately 30,000 tons. Tropical aquatic environments are particularly unique because they are the ultimate habitat for a wide range of fish species. They provide nutrients for growth, spawning, and migrating fish populations. They are also economically important to local communities as a significant source of food through fisheries. They act as the ultimate sink for a complex mixture of largely untreated effluents containing chemicals from industrial and domestic activities. Adeogun-Faculty 2016D, Adeogun-Faculty 2019. There is a heightened sense of perceived risk to the aquatic environment within the past decades, with an estimated 100,000 compounds introduced into aquatic media intentionally or unintentionally as sewage or household products that contain chemicals for washing and cleaning, industrial and pharmaceutical products like non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, like anti-malarial drugs and birth control pills into this environment. For example, only a fraction of consumed medications are active ingredients that are metabolized and assimilated. A large portion are additives, which are either biotransformed or excreted or metabolized through urine and feces. They are subsequently transported through sewage into the aquatic environment as depicted in Figure 1. Such unabated anthropogenic pressure on aquatic ecosystems interferes with critical life processes such as reproductive capacity, homeostasis, and general health and ecology, resulting in altered behavior of resident fish species. Environmental consequences of pollution through the eye of the fish. My journey into the field of aquatic toxicology started with my MSc project, when my mentor and supervisor, Professor Adeogun-Faculty, returned from a journey to Warri with a palm fruit used by local fishermen to harvest fish. This fruit is called Raffia okele. These were the days when we get real-life challenges as project topic, and we're happy to go through the rigors for knowledge acquisition. The ability for critical thinking started with the daunting sentence by Professor Faculty in 1993, and I quote, "I know on my trip to the creeks in Warri, I observed that several fisher folks were using this plant to harvest fish. And I also got this manual, 157 pages, which explains how to conduct fishing studies in fish toxicology. I think this is a nice concept, and although I'm not a toxicologist, it's a concept that I think will be interesting to explore. So this is your plant and this is your Bible to guide you through your project. Good luck." I must say I was really terrified at first. But looking back, that was the day I found my niche in hydrobiology and fisheries, that is aquatic toxicology. And it has been an exciting experience all the valedictory lecture of 1995, titled Environmental Perturbations in Nigeria, the Aquatic Environment, was the pivot point crystallizing the idea of finding the link between toxicology and fish biology for me, and culminated in the hypothesis we proposed in 2016, Adeogun-Faculty 2016, that fish condition factor may not be a reliable physiological index of fish growth and health status, especially in wild fish population exposed to a cocktail of environmental contaminants. This is now a global topical issue, and it all started from my research group in the zoology department. My contributions. Through laboratory and field-based studies on development and validation of molecular biomarker techniques for tropical aquatic species, my research group has provided published critical information in quantifying the concentrations of a wide spectrum of anthropogenic contaminants like PCBs, organotins, and tiny esters, and linking this with molecular and cellular bases of endocrine disruption in fish. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, our research group has provided information on contaminants in the aquatic environment with regard to drinking water and food safety. This we have achieved through quantitative analysis of pollutant concentrations and altered gene expression due to contaminants that target the endocrine, biotransformation, and adipose tissue pathways in aquatic organisms. Some of these findings of my research will be discussed under this broadcast programs. Metal concentrations in water and biota. We have carried out extensive research on chemical concentrations in the aquatic environment and component biota responses, and reported that heavy metal variations in water, sediment, and macrobenthos population of natural waters indicate poor water and habitat quality for lakes, Adeogun-Faculty 2011, streams, Adeogun 2012, and rivers, Adeogun-Faculty 2012, contaminated with heavy metals including lead and chromium in southwestern Nigeria. We went further to propose a new research for chemical mixtures in the Nigerian natural environment by simulating interactions of different concentrations of contaminants discharged from a food and beverage industry into Ono River at Oluyole Industrial Estate. Depending on the concentrations of mixing elements, we reported synergistic, additive, and antagonistic reactions in Figure 2, and demonstrated that mixing elements and concentrations could result in more potent pollutant mixtures in aquatic environments, with negative consequences on resident fish physiology, Adeogun-Faculty 2012. Another group of pollutants of emerging concern that we have provided critical information on their concentration, fish, and probable human health consequences are organic pollutants. Organic pollutants such as pilot esters are ubiquitous environmental contaminants worldwide due to their broad usage in plastics and consumer products to enhance the plasticity of industrial polymers for a broad range of products such as food packaging, toys, and pediatric articles like breeding masks and umbilical catheters. The high environmental level of PEs has generated societal concerns because they have been shown to cause cancer, developmental abnormalities, and reproductive effects like reduction in sperm counts in males. From a developing country's perspective, the increasing consumption of consumer products in Nigeria consequently generates increased amounts of solid waste per capita, with associated high production of organic material compared to developed countries. Recently, we reported high environmental and biota levels of PEs from 2 municipal water supply lakes, Ele and Ashikire, and food fish in southwestern Nigeria, Adeogun-Faculty 2015. We also quantified PE concentrations in water, sediment, and finfish, and the African giant prawn, Macrovacium bullengopeni, from Lagos and the Pelagos, Adeogun-Faculty 2015. B. 3 tyrate esters, di-2-ethyl-hexylylate, dibutylylate, and diethylylate were higher in sediment compared with water for both lakes. And our results showed that DAP was the predominant PE in fish from Ele and Ashikire lakes. For Lagos and the Pelagos, sediment and water PE concentration patterns were in the order DAP is equal to DEP greater than DPP, while DPP was the predominant PE in fish. Dilate ester levels in the environment and biota of the Nigerian aquatic environment were generally high and comparable with PE concentrations from industrialized countries like Taiwan and China. Organics such as polychlorinated biphenyls are chemicals with 1 to 10 chlorine atoms subsequent to the biphenyl rings. They are of anthropogenic origin and belong to the group of contaminants known as persistent organic pollutants. PCBs are widely used as flame retardation and dielectric fluids due to their low inflammability and solubility in most organic solvents. Although the use of PCBs has been banned or restricted for many years, They are still found all over the world, even where they have never been used. The occurrence of PCB congeners in the environment has attracted scientific concerns because of their toxic characteristics and bioaccumulation in water, including fish. Hence, there has been global interest from both an environmental and human health standpoint. Due to their lipophilic nature, biological stability, PCB congeners are slowly degraded in the environment and they biomagnifier along the food chain. We have carried out extensive studies on PCB congeners contamination of LA and other lake sediments and their resident fish, and inland rivers like Ogun and Ono rivers and their resident fish in southwestern Nigeria. We reported elevated levels of PCBs at concentrations higher than threshold levels recommended by the United States Environmental Protection Agency in tilapias and catfish from respective lakes, Adeogun et al. 2016A, and rivers, Adeogun et al. 2016G. We evaluated the potential risks due to exposure of PCBs to humans via food using the following indices: reference dose, health risk, and non-carcinogenic hazard quotient, where a target HQ higher than 1 is considered a health risk due to food consumption. We reported an HQ of 1.59 for PCB77 for Ono River and 2.95 and 5.8 for PCB189 for Ono and Ogun rivers respectively for children feeding on catfish downstream of these rivers, as recorded in Table 1. The IHQs of these dioxin-like PCBs suggest increased health risk for children who are regarded as a vulnerable subpopulation feeding on catfish from Ono and Ogun rivers, with the former posing higher health risk because of the concentration of industries along this course. Handedness of fluctuating asymmetry in fish. Handedness or naturalization can be described as a tendency by an individual to favor one side of the body over the other. It reflects the fact that the right and left hemispheres of the brain can become specialized for certain tasks. The initial notion was that only humans were naturalized, that is, were either right or left-handed. However, more and more studies are revealing that other vertebrates, including fish, exhibit some degree of handedness. In fish, handedness denotes that body parts involved in balancing may not be hands or legs, but eyes, mouth, and balancing structures like the paired fins and otoliths. Otoliths and hair structures are small calcified balancing structures located in the fish hair and are fundamental to fish balancing and coordination. They are the natural black box that record information, including growth and habitat quality, and have been used as tools for biomonitoring studies because of their species-specific responses to the environmental condition. We have carried out considerable laboratory and field studies on the effects of contaminants on fish handedness in tilapias and catfish, and reported a consistent pattern of significantly lower right otolith weight in Orostomys niloticus, Adeogun and Chukwuka 2010, and Clarias, Adeogun and Chukwuka 2011, exposed to textile factory effluent. When further to investigate the sensitivity of otolith and somatic variables in laboratory rare than wild-type Clarias gariffinis, and reported that otolith dimensions showed higher sensitivity in both laboratory and wild-type fish exposed to industrial effluent, Adeogun et al. 2013. This suggests a deviation from perfect symmetry and implies that these species are to depend more on the left otolith for balancing and navigation. Thus, a symmetrical otolith tuned to the left side for fish survival. We concluded that exposure of tilapias and catfish to pollutants in these aquatic environments made fish to become left-handed. Endocrine disrupting chemicals in the aquatic environment. Over the years, an increasing number of legacy, emerging and re-emerging environmental contaminants have been shown to produce developmental or reproductive effects in vertebrate and invertebrate species by disrupting the endocrine system. These chemicals belong to a group of compounds known as endocrine disrupting compounds. Endocrine disruptors are exogenous compounds or mixtures that alter the function of the endocrine system and cause adverse effects in an intact organism or its substance. They possess the ability to alter the synthesis, secretion, binding or elimination of natural hormones that are responsible for the maintenance of homeostasis, reproduction, and behavior. EDCs come from a wide range of natural products such as phytoestrogens or man-made sources including pharmaceuticals and personal care products, drugs, and some pharmaceutical agents and sewage treatment effluents. Alterations resulting from EDC exposure have been studied for important aspects of fish physiology like growth, development, and reproduction. For example, EDCs such as alkyl phenol polyethoxylate compounds are widely used as non-ionic surfactants in detergents, emulsifiers, estrogen and binds to the estrogen receptor, affecting reproduction and development in fish. Several authors have reported associations between fish consumption and human health and associated this to EDCs like diodrain in consumed fish. Populations that have been reported to be particularly at risk of EDC exposures are people living near hazardous waste sites, the elderly, mothers who consume contaminated fish, and pregnant women and their fetuses. A recent estimate indicates an alarming global decline of aquatic resources in the last 100 years, with 785 species of animals and gastropods that are extinct or at the edge of extinction. Despite the amount of significant scientific and societal concern on these environmental and animal health issues about contaminant-induced endocrine disruption, there is limited or non-existence of a systematic monitoring or biomarker approach in place for monitoring EDCs in developing countries like Nigeria. Fish endocrine system and introduction. Fish is a relevant model for studying endocrine disruption in other vertebrates because the fish endocrine system is similar to those of humans in function. The human and fish endocrine system consists of various glands located throughout the body and are responsible for the synthesis and secretion of hormones that regulate an array of biological processes, as shown in Figure 7. The endocrine system can therefore be described as a biochemical messenger or communication system consisting of glands like the hypothalamus, reproductive organs like the testes and ovary, hormones and cellular receptors that control the body's internal functions. One of the most studied pathways that can be affected by EDCs is the hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis. And Arukwe 2008 gave a succinct illustration of how EDCs can affect the endocrine system in fish. Those hypothalamic hormones seem to have similar activities to their mammalian equivalent. And in vertebrates, gonadotropin-releasing hormone is a key factor controlling the activity of the reproductive axis by regulating the synthesis and release of the pituitary gonads, luteinizing hormone and follicle-stimulating hormone. These two hormones in turn regulate gametogenesis and steroidogenesis in the gonads. The development and functioning of GnRH neurons are finely tuned by a series of factors, notably sex steroids, making these neurons potential targets for EDCs in aquatic organisms. For female fish, they trigger ovulation with the synthesis of egg yolk by estrogen and eggshell membrane zonal erythropoiesis by the liver, which also travel through the blood plasma to the gonads. The egg yolk axis is regulated through the negative feedback mechanism by estradiol 17B, Figure 8. And in the same way in which a thermostat regulates the temperature of a room, such is the way that endocrine system regulates the release of gonads. And unlike the nervous system, cellular instructions from endocrine glands are provided in a more subtle manner and are transported slowly through chemical messengers. Thus, the hypothalamus, pituitary, gonad, and liver are all potential targets for endocrine disrupting chemicals. This may explain why biotic processes like production, which are inherently dependent on endocrine control, are vulnerable to the action of endocrine disrupting chemicals because they mimic sex hormones and affect endocrine pathways through receptor interactions and activation of post-receptor processes in the target cell. Pollutant reproductive alterations are known to include changes in sex ratio and sex-derived fish, gamete morphology, and intersex. Specifically, the intersex condition describes alterations in gonadal development, which is characterized by the parallel presence of male and female phenotypical reproductive stage in gonochoristic species. Intersex is a much more common condition caused by early exposure of fish larvae to estrogen-disrupting chemicals, especially during the critical stage of gonadogenesis. For males, the intersex condition is usually in the form of testes, that is, appearance of male and female gonads in the supposed male. Why is the fish reproductive system vulnerable to EDCs, you may want to ask? This is because the vertebrate reproductive system is especially vulnerable to endocrine disruptors because both sexes develop from the same ground plant, with the gonads being sexually indifferent at the onset. When a sexually indifferent gonad progresses to develop to the testes, the hormone testosterone is produced, and the receptors that combine to estrogen become dormant or inactive, hence masculinization, that is becoming male of the reproductive systems, resulting in abnormal gonad development and confused sex, as shown in Figure 9, where we are seeing a male fish from Lagos Lagoon wearing lipstick. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir. Our research group is the first in Nigeria and the second in Africa. To provide published critical information that is geared towards determining safe limits for environmental monitoring of endocrine disrupting chemicals in the aquatic environment, where there is limited or non-existence of a systematic protocol for monitoring legacy and emerging environmental contaminants in drinking water and food fish. We have reported the induction of BTG NLP genes, higher estrogen levels, pathological intersex for the first time in Nigerian male tilapias. Our studies on endocrine destruction and chemical analysis of sediments of Aina, which is the municipal water supply lake, showed 33% intersex prevalence in the tilapia population. 71% were males and only 29% were females. Adeogun et al. 2016. Male fish have significantly higher estradiol levels and internalizing hormones compared to females. mRNA levels of BTG and ZRP were also significantly increased. In males compared to females. Positive associations between BTG and ZRP in fish and contaminants like dioxin and PCB suggest sex-specific effects in contaminants, hormone levels, and mRNA expressions. In other words, male fish from Aina had become confused because they had male and female gonads. As part of our ongoing efforts to provide information on endocrine disruption for aquatic environment monitoring in Nigeria, we recently started systematic field investigations with published reports on endocrine destruction in Oba Dam, Adeogun et al. 2016, Ogun River, Ibo et al. 2016, Lagos Lagoon, Adeogun et al. 2019, and more recently, the larger coastal area of Ondo State, Adeogun et al. 2019 in preparation. Endocrine destruction in Oba Dam fish. Oba Dam is an enclosed watershed that receives untreated effluents from the University of Ibadan community in form of untreated domestic wastewater from staff and students' residents, untreated experimental wastewaters from Faculty of Science and Technology laboratories, and other non-point sources such as erosion and leaching of chemicals from surrounding farmlands. A consistent pattern of increases in BTG and ZRP mRNA transcripts were observed in male fish of Oba Dam jaw, black jaw tilapia, Saropterodon melanthera, and tilapia guinensis, with a higher prevalence of intersex than Aina tilapia population. The gonad of male Saropterodon melanthera from Oba Dam showed a morphological striking case of intersex, with the presence of 2 pairs of testes and a pair of ovary. Adeogun et al. 2016. This has not been reported in literature in any other tilapia globally. The accumulation of high BTG and ZRP in Aina and Oba Lake male fish may have severe reproductive consequences, since high BTG concentrations have been associated with kidney failure and increased mortality rates. These findings may also have an ecological significance, varying from reduced reproductive success through recruitment failure to decline in species diversity. Effect of aquatic pollutants on the biotransformation process in fish. The increasing release of environmental contaminants including heavy metals, pharmaceuticals, and other POPs to the aquatic environment poses a serious threat to aquatic biology and have attracted significant scientific and societal concerns for several decades in both developed and developing countries. These contaminants may be excreted or metabolized or as metabolites. An exposure of an organism activates biological processes in order to metabolize and eliminate these foreign compounds through a process that we call biotransformation. Biotransformation activities are divided into phase 1 and 2 reactions. Phase 1 reaction results in the loss of the pharmacological activity of the xenobiotic through the introduction of a functional group on the parent compound, while phase 2 reactions then introduce a covalent linkage between the functional group and an endogenous water-soluble conjugate, such as glucuronic acid, to facilitate excretion. Once conjugated, the xenobiotics become more water-soluble and can be excreted. The phase 1 and 2 biotransformation pathways include a battery of genes that are controlled by the aryl hydrocarbon receptor and are activated by various endogenous and exogenous compounds. Cytochrome P450 enzyme systems play an integral role in the biotransformation process and are responsible for the oxidative metabolism of a wide range of substrates. Particularly, the CYP1, 2, and 3 enzyme superfamilies metabolize a wide range of chemical compounds, whose metabolites become substrates for phase 2 enzymes. The expression of CYP1 isoforms are regulated by ligand-dependent AHR, through which agonists produce altered gene expression and toxicity. Due to the integral role that CYP enzymes play in the detoxification and activation of xenobiotics, changes in the expression and activity of biotransformation enzymes affect the potential risks and benefits of xenobiotics, and as a result, are very important from an environmental monitoring point of view. We have carried out considerable field studies on biotransformation and oxidative stress responses of tilapia species to pollutants in Oba Dam, Elele Lake, and Ogun River environments. We observed significant increases in C. pisciforms in both male and female Saltoidum melanterum, and catalytic activities of E-rod, M-rod, and B-rod parallel CYP1 transcript levels. Such related differences in CYP1A protein levels were also observed, showing higher CYP1A proteins in males compared with females, as depicted in figures 15, 16, and 17. Adeogun-Faculty 2016C. We concluded that the positive association between biological responses and sediment PCBs and heavy metal concentrations is an indication that Saltoidum melanterum inhabiting Oba Dam are severely affected by different classes of environmental contaminants that target the biotransmission pathways. Interestingly, fish from Oba Dam appears to look good with a high condition factor, despite the high contaminant bodies. Adeogun-Faculty 2016. We investigated the effect that heavy metal contaminants in the river may be exerting on resident tilapia species by evaluating gross toxicological responses. Ogun River is the longest and largest river in southwestern Nigeria and is located along heavily industrialized cities. Evaluation of gross pathological changes showed 50 to 17% prevalence of hepatic tumors in fish in contaminated areas of the liver, which corresponded with alterations in liver, kidney, and spleen indices of fish at the polluted site. mRNA transcripts of zinc, copper, SOD, and SOD significantly increased in fish collected from downstream site compared with the control site. And this increases parallel the significant increase in heavy metals and POP's concentrations. The prevalence of hepatic tumors observed at the contaminated sites of the river corresponded with liver and precancerous tumors in the English zone from industrialized areas of Puget Sound in Washington. Ogun River tilapia showed adaptational responses to contaminants with significant consequences on cellular and biochemical processes, regulating metabolism and production, and observed significant increases in phase 1 and 2 biotransformation enzymes and oxidative stress responses in male and female fish from Elele Lake compared with the reference site. Overall, our data showed relationships between biological responses and tissue concentrations of metals, including mercury and lead, and pHs for Elele Lake compared with the reference site, as shown in figure 20. Given the high muscle burden of inorganic and organic contaminants in fish from Elele and the corresponding elevated C. pisciforms and SOD mRNA transcript levels, we concluded that Elele Lake is significantly contaminated with CYP1-inducing contaminants with downstream negative effects on the biological and physiological integrity of organisms inhabiting this lake. The plastic epidemic, plastics everywhere. Plastic pollution is an emerging scientific and societal concern because of the ubiquitous occurrence and magnitude of contamination in the air, soil, and water environment. Several authors have attributed plastic pollution to the fact that plastic products have multiple applications in health, construction, textiles, where they are used extensively in household and personal products. While the societal benefits of plastics are recognized, recent data do show some serious environmental and human health concerns associated with plastics, both as contaminant vectors and their leachings. Plastic is made up of different synthetic polymers such as polyethylene, high and low density, and polyethylene terephthalate. These are often combined with additives such as plasticizers to improve their strength, coloration, and flame retardant properties. Global plastic production has increased significantly from 1.7 million tons in 1950s to over 322 million tons in 2016, with an estimated annual increase of 3%. In developed countries, some parts of the plastic waste are properly managed through burning and recycling. But in Nigeria and other developing countries, such management procedures are non-existent. Plastic waste into the aquatic environment results from a highly heterogeneous mixture of litter types, differing in origin, size, shape, and sources, and are transported from their original location by flood and wind, with an estimated 80% originating from littering on land. Since most plastic items are not readily degradable, degradation rate is much slower than the rate of input, leading to their accumulation in the environment. This, combined with prolonged exposure of large plastic items to environmental variables, lead to a gradual breakdown of fragmentation of large plastic items into smaller particles called micro and nanoplastics. Microplastics consist of plastic particles with less than 5 mm in diameter, and this size confers unique features that are not shared with other items in the aquatic environment. This makes them a potential route for bioaccumulation and biomagnification of chemicals through the food web. We have carried out preliminary studies on the occurrence of microplastics in fish drop from Ele and Dandaru lakes, and found that tilapias that are bentopelagic had higher microplastic density in their gut. It is therefore our opinion that the extensive use of plastics, pure water nylons, plastic bottles that we discard at numerous parties without wondering where they are going to end up, with no recycling policy coupled with the lack of awareness and management policies in Nigeria to reduce plastic pollution, may result in increased incidence of cancers, metabolic disorders, and reproductive dysfunction in both fish and humans. This is because the occurrence of plastic-related contaminants have been detected in human urine, blood, and breast milk, indicating a widespread human exposure. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, Dean of Science, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have in the course of this presentation demonstrated that pollution of our waters have resulted in imperfect symmetry, physiological and disorders in fish. Through our research initiative described here, we have provided validated protocols at the molecular, biochemical, and physiological levels that could be adopted for screening the biological effects of synthetic compounds in Nigeria and other tropical regions, using fish as a valuable model. One major consequence of pollution in Nigerian aquatic environment that I have highlighted is endocrine disruption or intersex in tilapias from some Nigerian water bodies. EDCs are a ubiquitous global problem, with exposures occurring at home, in the office, in the air we breathe, and in the water we drink. The mechanism of endocrine disruption in the cell involves both genomic and non-genomic pathways, and the ultimate effects of fish exposure in the natural environment are decreased fertility, increased birth defects, and vulnerable species extinction. In addition, the current pollution status of the Nigerian environment, as highlighted here, may be connected with the increased incidence of cancers, developmental abnormalities, and metabolic diseases that are on the rise in recent times. After all, if it is happening to fish, it can happen to humans too. While we may not be able to stop polluting the environment completely, we can make informed decisions to reduce pollution by making practical lifetime adjustments concerning the use of synthetic products through wastewater treatment and recycling. This will go a long way in reducing the on the environment and protect fish and human health. At the end of the day, we owe a duty to the coming generation to deliver to them an environment that may not be as good as what we got, but can be made much better than what it is presently. This is because environmental protection is a matter of right and moral responsibility. While we may not feel a justifiable right to protect the environment with our present lifestyle of interacting with and disposing of synthetic products, it is our moral responsibility to provide an environment that can ensure the continuity of our species, so that we do not upset environmental oscillations for the future generation as landlords and other tenants in nature. A very apt summary of my presentation may be that we need to save the environment so that we can achieve species biodiversity and protect humans and other species from pollutant-associated diseases. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, Dean of Science, the research inquiries on endocrine disruption presented here that has given our research global prominence would not have been possible without the scientific and research support provided by Professor Augustine Arukwu through his grants from the Norwegian University of Science and Technology and Norwegian Research Council. This brings to the fore the urgent need to develop the African scientists to answer national problems of global relevance by providing sets of equipment for research as priority. We may not have the opportunity to attract grants because some areas of research have more opportunities than others, but we can provide equipment to ensure that today's research output stand the chance to contribute to tomorrow's questions at the appropriate time. Preparedness is key to scientific development. To whom much is given, much is expected has two sides. We need to have a minimum benchmark for what should be provided so that we can achieve our expectations. This requires that we put in place a systemic change that is refocused to encouraging merit and hard work. major challenge to the advancement of the Nigerian scientists is our current practice of science in a box. There are no boundaries in current scientific approaches because every specialty is a tool for another one. In the words of Singh 1991, this equilibrium from equilibrium condition translates to the fact that all physiological manifestations have a molecular basis, and molecular alterations, when translated, result in physiological manifestations. In order to encourage science as a societal purpose, it is important to break these boundaries down and encourage collaborative research. This we can achieve by recognizing and rewarding such research at all forums, including promotion exercises, if we desire to use science. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, I wish to acknowledge the following granting bodies and persons: Professor Augustine Arukwe, Norwegian Research Council and Norwegian University of Science and Technology, the World Academy of Science, Society of Toxicology, University of Postgraduate Research Grant, MacArthur Foundation Startup Grant for Female Faculty, Chemical Society, Physiological Society, Pollutant Responses in Marine Organisms, Toxicologists of African Origin, and Student Labs Instrumental Access for the 2018 Instrumental Access Award to Department of Zoology. Two major collaborators, Professor Augustine Arukwe of NTNU is our main collaborator. This presentation would not have been possible without the immeasurable assistance received from Professor Arukwe to develop the African sciences, and I must give credit to whom it is due. We have over 15 publications in high-impact peer-reviewed journals emanating from our research publications in 5 years. The world will certainly be a better place with more people like you in it. Professor Francesco Regoli of the Polytechnic University of March, Department of Life and Environmental Sciences, Ancona, Italy. The Ondo State Governor, ably represented by the Commissioner for Education, Arakuri Uluwarotimi Akeredolu, for making it possible for the Department of Zoology to access the Student Labs Equipment Grant by providing us with 10 million naira for the program. Arakuri went further. Arakuri went further to sponsor one of my postgraduate students to NTNU to complete his research. Engineer Oluremi Oshiberu and Dr. Gimmoyema are also acknowledged. My amazing research group students and friends, Doctors Azubike Chukwuka and Oju Richard Ibo. These are two amazing persons that we have had a wonderful time together. Rosina Owomi, Damilare Ajayi, Kolawole Onibonje, Olanrewaju Salami, Dami Omogbemi, Gloria Ajani, Imelda Iyora, Iniwa Morris, Kenny Owuchekwa, amongst others, and all my students. I dedicate this lecture to the following loved ones. My mother, who I would have loved to have here today, and would have been very happy with some encouraging words, as only a mother could. Mrs. Modupe Adeogun, thank you, ma, for encouraging the little beginnings. And Omobola Olaloku, both of blessed memory, will always be in my heart. My mentor, supervisor, and friend, Professor Adeogun Adebisi of blessed memory. How rewarding will it have been for me to see you in the crowd, sir. I appreciate your immense contributions to my scientific advancement. I want to acknowledge the following loved ones. My profound gratitude goes to my father. Dad, can you please stand? My all-time cheerleader and friend, who believed in me and saw the diamond in the rock before I could even figure out how to bring out the shine. My brother, friend, and twin, Olanrewaju Adeogun, unavoidably absent, for supporting my dream to come out a niche in this vast knowledge center. My brothers, Adeogun, Adekunle Adeogun, and sister, Dolapo Adekunle, I thank these special people for being there always. My supervisor, mentor, and teacher, Professor Isofagani, sir, can you stand up for recognition? Thank you, sir, for the support you have given to me since my undergraduate project on Obada. My first mentor, who believed in me from my undergraduate days and gave me my first academic appointment in the Department of Zoology, Professor Azan, please stand for recognition. My teachers who made profound contributions to my development, late want to thank other friends of mine. These are Adeogun-Faculty, ENVIROMENTAL, and all other friends that I have, both within the university and outside the university. Mrs. Oladoku, Mrs. Adeogun, and all other friends. I thank my colleagues and friends, Professor Adeogun-Faculty, Dr. Jayola, members of the Palace Staff Club, University of Ibadan, and other two numerous dimensions. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all for your kindness.